can't be free. Everybody wanna judge, say I'm a thug, I'm a player, I'm a simple, why I can't be me? When I walk up in the store, all the Karens get to staring at me. Put my heart in my music, it's still on my sleeve. Everybody been portrayed.
So fam, what's the word? It's your boy Spiritual Trey, and it is now episode 24 of the Soulful Thoughts blog. And today we talking about the higher and lower versions of self, the 3 levels of the mind that we created. Of course, when I say we, I'm talking about us as spirits. We are the creators and the observers. We observe our thoughts, emotions, feelings, environments, situations, everything, right? We observe everything. So us as spirits, we are the observers and the creators. And the minds that we create have 3 levels of observation to them. And we like to classify them as, lower and higher self, but it's really just you vibing in your lower and higher chakras, of course. So let's talk about the lowest version of self. We're gonna start off with that. The true lowest version of self is survival instinct. When you're going off your survival instinct, you're focused on what you want personally as an individual. You feel me? Like, think about kids, because this is the version of ourselves that we are born into, right? Think about kids. They only think about what they want. Mommy, I want some candy. Daddy, I want some attention. Mommy, I want to go to the movies. Mommy, I don't want to go to sleep. They only focused on what they want, right? I don't want to share. So that's the first level of thinking. Survival instincts, I want to eat, I want something to drink, I want it my way. That's the first level of thinking. It's adults that still stuck into this way of thinking and never grew out of it. We call them manipulators, thieves, liars, narcissists, people that do things to only get their way and only focused on what they want and live life on a survival-based mindset. These are people that are stuck into their lowest version of themselves and still haven't evolved into the other stages. Now let's go to the next stage. With this one, I like to call it the reactionary stage. When you evolve from your first stage, you begin to start focusing on others. You start focusing on your environment, how people think and feel, and how they are expressing their thoughts within the environment, right? And you start thinking about how you are responding to how everyone around you, especially when you start becoming interested in the other sex. You feel me? You start want to relate more. You feel me? You might want to start, intermingling, intertwining yourself with the crowd. Or you can be the spirit who doesn't want to. You might respond in a way where you don't want to relate. You want to be a loner. Some people respond in that way. They don't want to intertwine with the crowd, but they do still observe we all observe the way each other respond to situations, though, no matter how we respond to them. And then you have the people who want to be standouts. They may react in a way to where they want to stand out. But no matter what, in the second stage of thinking, that's when we create our mindset on how we're going to react within our environment. We create a mind based on our environment. This happens at school, it happens at home too, just observing the way our parents act and everything in our family. But then when we go to school, we might take the characteristics that we learned from our parents or whatever, take it into school with kids who also got characteristics from their parents. All of that intertwines with each other. We all create mindsets on how we want to react with each other based on our environment, right? Boom. So that's the second stage of life. Now, what happens if you stay in that mindset too long? If you stay in a mindset that was influenced by your environment, what usually happens? It's a bad ending usually, right? Whatever the outcome of that environment is going to be the outcome of your life. And it don't got to be a bad environment. Even if you're in a sheltered environment, a sheltered mindset is a caged mindset too. So no matter what, if you build a mindset that's based off your environment, you're going to struggle to adapt to uncomfortable situations. You're going to be in a comfort zone. You're going to be one of them people who, you're a comfort zone type person. You lazy, you stagnant. Even if you're not lazy and you working, you very complacent. You put yourself in a box. You don't see things bigger for yourself. You feel me? Because you stuck into the way your environment is doing things. You just intermingling at that point. So that's the second stage. What's the third stage? In order to get to the third stage, to evolve from it, you have to develop what? Some type of gift or passion to go after. A spiritual mission. When you develop a spiritual mission, that's going to make you study. You're going to rise from them chakras, from that mindset that you've created, influenced by your environment, and you're going to start to study the mind that you have created and determine from a pure spiritual perspective if the mind that you have been indulging in for whatever period of time, if it actually resonates with the path that you want to go on. When you get to that level, it's two things that can happen. Either you're going to, agree that, okay, the mind that I've created, even though it was based off my environment is in alignment with what I want to do with my spiritual mission. So my mind, I'm on a good path. And you're going to feel gratitude and fulfillment. Or you're going to realize that, okay, my environment is not inducive. I hope that's the word for that shit, inclusive, whatever my environment is not, helpful for the spiritual path that I want to go on. You feel me? I'm trying to be all goddamn Mr. Scientific with the big ass words. But nah, though. So my environment is not in alignment with the path I want to go on, right? So at that point, you're going to make the decision to evolve and change. At that point, you're going to start creating a totally different mind. You're going to want to get in a totally different environment and start aligning with the spirits that's in alignment with the path that you want to go on. That's when you're in your highest version of yourself. When you're studying the mindset that you have been in for whatever period of time, whether it's your whole life or just for a couple months. When you're studying your mind that you have created, like almost in a shadow work type of way, to find out if it resonates with your true journey. That's the true science of the lower and higher versions of self. This video is not going to be long at all. I just wanted to get this out there so everybody can know. Always remember, you are not the mind. You are the spirit that created your mind. Don't let your attachments to your environment, wanting to relate to your environment, or your natural impulse reaction that you head to your environment, whether it's want to be a loner or a standout or your survival instincts, whatever, mental flux that you have put yourself into, don't let your attachment to the mindset that you have created stop you from evolving to the version of yourself that you truly desire to be. You feel me? It's Spiritual Trey signing out. Love you, family.
I preaching, feel no evil, see no evil but peep it. I don't aim for the stars, I want leeches. And a snake spawn, I'ma kill the whole species. Rest in peace to all the peaceful preaching. The youngest wildin', but they say they evil, that's kinda reaching. Who really controlling the way you thinking? Find the truth, what the fuck?